I love University of Nebraska's head coach, Scott Frost. Scott Frost is a fantastic guy. The first time I remember loving Scott Frost is when Scott Frost was hired as the Nebraska coach. He was still at the University of Central Florida as the head coach there. Now, he decided to stay at University of Central Florida through their bowl game. He got hired before the bowl game happened, but he stayed on at UCF through the bowl game. That's rare. That's really rare. Usually coaches will leave before the bowl game so they can get a head start on recruiting. What that tells me is that Scott Frost cares about his players. He sacrificed recruiting to help the guys that he'd been with for all that time at University of Central Florida. Scott Frost cares about his players. I have more evidence of that. Scott Frost is now allowing the former Nebraska quarterback Tristan Gebbia to transfer to Oregon State. He's leaving Nebraska. He's transferring to Oregon State. Gebbia lost the quarterback battle to true freshman Adrian Martinez. And this is another rare move for a college football team to allow a guy to just up and leave, to just transfer. Scott Frost gave Tristan Gebbia a scholarship release. Most programs in college football fight when players try to transfer. They say, you can't leave. We're going to fight this. We're going to restrict you. You can't go to this team or that team. You can only go to these couple crappy teams that no one wants to be on. That's not at all what Scott Frost did. Scott Frost gave Tristan Gebbia a release. And what that tells me is, again, at his own expense, Scott Frost did what's best for the player. That's so great. Look, Scott Frost does not have a solid backup. Scott Frost is getting hurt by allowing this guy to leave. He may not need him, but if the true freshman Adrian Martinez gets injured, they have no backup plan. What this is goodwill. I love that Scott Frost is doing this. If I'm a college football player around the nation, I would take notice. Oh, wow. Repeatedly, Scott Frost has shown us he cares about his players. Long term, that's going to really benefit Scott Frost. If I'm a recruit, if I'm an 18-year-old guy considering a college and Nebraska offers me, I'll say, yeah, I'm going to go with Scott Frost. Because even if I leave his program, he's got my back. He wants what's best for me, the player. He stuck with UCF through their bowl game. He allowed a quarterback to transfer when most teams would block him. I applaud Scott Frost. I love Scott Frost because he clearly shows he cares more about his players than he does himself. He allows his players to do things at his own personal expense to help young football players. That is so awesome. I love Scott Frost. Can't say that enough. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.